Hello and welcome back to the Redmen TV. Thank you for joining me for the fan reaction show. So we're going to jump action after Liverpool play out a 2-2 draw at Anfield with Manchester City. And we've got the YouTube members there. Simon Banstead says, after the first half, I would have taken a point. Our goals were first rate, but we couldn't get another goal before conceding. Still unbeaten and lots of the season to play, so let's keep going. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a fair reflection, to be honest. I don't think anyone will be surprised that, we would be surprised to say we was lucky to get out of that first half without conceding, but we did. We went again and we was much better in the second half. Neverman here says, holy cannoli, Batman, what a game. Great comment that. Yeah, it was. That second half was what me and Ross were expecting there. A little bit more basketball, end-to-end stuff, and it made for a better spectacle, especially if you was the neutral. I think a lot of neutrals were probably hoping for a result like that, given the way the rest of the games have gone this weekend. So I think it's just us Liverpool fans that are probably sorely disappointed that we didn't get the 3 points. Brian Glow on the YouTube also says, Salah was absolutely outstanding today, especially with that goal. Overall, kind of feels like we've dropped points, but we weren't good in the first half, which makes me feel conflicted. Yeah, I think, there's a general consensus about that on Twitter at the moment as well. To be honest, that, we wasn't up to, in the races in the first half, and we was kind of lucky to get out there 0-0. But then, you've got people like Salah for those clutch moments to just come up and absolutely smash it. And he did, to be honest. He when you need your talisman to perform, not only does he get the goal, but he provides an assist for Mane as well. And I think he just had Cancelo in that second half after he was carded on toast. So it was really good. If we just head over to the Twitter now and see what is popping over in our tweets, we've got Red23 there saying, good point, but we will need to beat City and Chelsea away to potentially win this league, though. After dropping these home points, you've got to beat your rivals. Yeah, I kind of said this with Ross before. Is this going to be something that comes back to bite us in the arse, not taking on the top six at home and getting all 3 points? Obviously there's still a long way to go in this season, so we're yet to see, but it means that we have got work to do in the back half of the season now when we're on the road. Chino9 says, pay Salah what he wants. Yes, that is a message to FSG, as well as all of the other fans out there. We just want to see this guy sign a new contract desperately. When he performs like that, it's hard to argue why you wouldn't just give him the money. Just give him the vault, whatever it is. Just open the coffers and just give him it, because he was absolutely phenomenal today. That goal was so reminiscent of the Spurs goal as well, and in the same sense that didn't even get us a win. How's he scoring bangers like that for fun and not getting us a win? The More Music UK says on Twitter, fair result over the course of the 90. What a half that was. We were superb at times. Can't be happy with how we defended. Both goals were soft. Goal of the season might as well just be given to Mo now. Outrageous. We was dead on our feet at the end, and the best two sides in the league. Yeah, it's that last sentence for me, really. The best two sides in the league. For me, that was a much better game than the Liverpool-Chelsea game from a couple of weeks ago. I know there's, circumstances around that with Chelsea going down to 10 men, but I just felt both teams were up for it, and both teams were trying to win consistently throughout the game. I think City had the better of the first half, and we considerably had a lot better in that second half. When City were better, we kept a clean sheet. When we were better, we couldn't keep a clean sheet, and I think that was probably the difference for us, really. Top Red allegedly and Sweeney, thank you for the tweet there as well, fella. I'll take that. Night and day between the two halves, but we showed that why we're up there with the best. Given no Trent or Thiago, that was a well-earned point in the end. Do you know what? I think that's quite a fair reflection, to be honest, as well, because, I think a lot of people in the tweets that I've seen so far, people are saying that we did miss a Trent. So, you do see when he's out of the team for a bit of a period, what he brings to the side, even his defensive work as well. And yeah, just that midfield, it misses that little bit of guile. Someone who can just, a midfield maestro is what I'm thinking for. We know that Fabinho can be that lighthouse at times. We know he's got the ability to kind of scream for that back four, but just someone who can just drop a shoulder, be a little bit more creative. You know, Kurt Jones in a few years' time, I think he has got all of those tools in his toolbox. It's just that, you know, this was a huge game for him. It was probably a little bit too much too soon for him in that respect. And Jordan Henderson, you know what he brings. It's that intensity, it's that workmanship, it's that hard yards that he puts in for us. But just having that little bit of creative guile, I think we definitely missed someone like Thiago of that ilk today. Baz says on Twitter, would have taken it at half time, but disappointing to not close out a game after leading twice. Mo is a genius. Yeah, he is. He's absolutely killing it right now. You know, someone chat to me about who's the best on form right now, who's playing as the best player in the world. It's got to be Mohamed Salah. He's got to be in that conversation because on form currently, he is playing on an unbelievable level. It has been amazing to watch. I think, you know, at the end of the match, he kind of tugged on his shirt and just a little bit of frustration, really. He was inwards. It wasn't like stroppy. You know, he wasn't throwing his toys out the pram and nothing like that. He's a professional in that sense. It was just that it was very inwards that, you know, what more could I have done today? And I think it's probably that first half performance. It just probably wasn't up to scratch. If he started that first half how he did the second half, we could have taken it away from City. City, you know, might not have even been able to keep up with us by the time the second half came. But it was, like the other comment said, it was night and day. And final comment over on Twitter does say that we couldn't get settled in the first half. Millie was getting caught, managed to get 0-0. Great second half. City's second was disappointing, and a draw was fair play and gladly taken over all for me. Yeah, you know, again, for me more than anything else, I just felt sorry for Joel Matip in that second goal, and you know, that deflection that comes off him because he didn't put a foot wrong all game. I thought he was brilliant up until Salah just turned up and just switched it on like a light switch. I think that Matip was probably our best performer, if I'm being completely honest with you. So I am a little bit gutted in terms of how easy it seemed for City to just get back in the game. I thought, you know, that momentum should have just started to carry us and we should have been able to control it. But like the other comment said, not having anybody in midfield to kind of really control and dictate the tempo and stuff like that, it probably just hurt us and impacted our ability to do that. Neverman back on YouTube now. He's saying, I think Milner didn't get a second card because dude ran straight at him, went for a long jump. It was a foul, might have a yellow, but the embellishment cost City the yellow in my opinion. Fair play. Yeah, I think, again, you know, you had to take him off in the end, but he did walk that line pretty finely towards the end there, and he probably was a little bit lucky to not get a second yellow. Gary Brooks says, what a goal from Salah. I'd have taken a point at the beginning of the game, but on the second half, I think we should have won it. Yeah, and I think that's it. It was Jekyll and Hyde, the performance, really, wasn't it, today? I think that's probably one of the best ways to sum it up. It was night and day. It was Jekyll and Hyde. It was chalk and cheese, really. You know, it was complete opposites. And I did say it with Ross in the watch along. We was having a discussion, and you know, my thought was we, you know, quite confidently we can't come out that second half and perform as badly as we did in the first. And you know, we wasn't wrong. And in terms of the attacking threat, we was much better in that second half. In terms of how we, you know, defended and game managed moments after we took the lead. We didn't have enough shithousery today. We didn't have enough killing time, you know, wasting a little bit of time. All those things when you're up against your rivals matter. Getting under. The one thing we did, and we nailed it, and I'm surprised we didn't see any comments really there, he might have started to flood in, was about how well we got under Guardiola's skin. I mean, he got a yellow card, so part of the tactics were working. I just don't think we had enough. Final point there on the YouTube then. We've got someone there, Abide says, happy with the point. Milner was lucky there, wasn't he? Need better cover at right back. Fabinho looked like he had an injury too towards the end. Would have liked to see Keita on for the last 5 to 10 minutes for those fresh legs. Yeah, and another thing that was mentioned by Ross there in the live stream was the fact that, you know, he wanted to see that midfield sort itself out, and I think that's what Klopp's intention was. It was a matter of, you guys have got us into this position. You aren't doing well enough on the ball. You aren't winning the ball, winning your second balls and stuff like that. So it was a case of perform better, stay on the pitch, and let's see what you can do. And I think for large parts they did that. But yeah, I'd agree with that right back cover. If Trent does pick up another injury or anything like that, or he's out for a prolonged period of time, that might start to cause us a little bit of concern, because I think we've seen over the last couple of games, I think, that we've been attacked down that side. So Hopefully, Trent will be back after the international break. We're sitting second in the league. We're only, I think, it might be 2 points off Chelsea. I'm not 100% sure. As I've a point or two, 1 point behind Chelsea, so that's not too bad. And we're still unbeaten. So there are still plenty of positives to take away from this game. Make no joke about it. I just think, straight away the instant thought is that another 2 points dropped. But let's remember the opposition we're playing. We was playing the champions today, and you can see for a lot of reasons why they are the champions with the quality that City team have. So yeah, big up everybody that watched the live stream as well. Thank you for watching that and giving us those 1,000 likes. we did appreciate that towards the end. And I am, as I say, gutted that Mo Salah didn't get the winner today. But that was the fan reaction show with your boy Errol. So yeah, make sure you're following the Redmen, and I hope you like the tea as well. Jeez. It's a nice little tea there. So thank you for the Redmen for sorting me with that. The plug. Yeah, make sure you stay tuned as well, because Ross will be heading over in a couple of moments to do the player ratings. So if you've got any player ratings, you can get them in the comments now and let them know what your thoughts were on the players. Might be a player ratings of both halves, really. That might be quite interesting. And then lastly, me and Ross will be sticking around to do the instant match reaction as well. So make sure you stay tuned with your Redmen plug for the evening. We got you sorted, baby.
Thanks so much for checking out the show this week. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, then do. But if you want more from us, extra Redmen shows, then go to the redmentv.com. You can support the channel at 2 levels, by Club Captain or Club Legend tier. Both get you a full suite of Liverpool-related content, extra Redmen shows, documentaries, features, and world-exclusive interviews. And Club Legends get their names here and on the end of those videos, and free merchandise as well. Perfect time to sign up on the redmentv.com.